Yeah, it should be live. Gain for the microphone is fine. Can't hear myself though. Why can I not hear myself? Okay, is it working now? And let's see if it's working. 1 2 1 2 testing. Is it working? 1 2 1 2 testing. 1 2 1 2 testing. It's not going into the stream or something. Did I change the settings over there? Check the recording. What's this? Something. Nothing. That should be better. 1 2 testing. 1 2. Yeah, no, it's working fine. It was working okay. My headphones were taken over by something else. Do we need another screen? Probably not. We'll do an overview, quick overview. I haven't listened to it yet. It's by Notebook LM. It's an overview by Notebook LM. We'll just play it. I'm meant to be talking about this tool, so I have them pre-open. So just listen to AI. I'll be trying to control the mouse. Okay, that's actually a pre-recorded thing. Okay, we'll get rid of the camera as well, or do I need to keep it? What do you think? No, we'll just keep it just so you know there's a human in the loop. keep a tiny one up there. Yeah, so talking about these things, we'll have an AI talk about it, so I'll have to ruin my voice, and obviously it does much better job. So everything we do is deployed on BioniChaos.com. Go check it out. Provide your feedback. Yeah, we're using AI Studio. This so it's some version of Gemini. And we'll play the thing. We'll go from there.
Misha, my data crunching comrade. We just witnessed a bot give a TED talk about bionic chaos. I'm dizzy with the sheer volume of niche knowledge it dropped.
It was comprehensive, Yoshik. Look at the data structure. It took a single URL, processed a dense website, and spat out a perfectly categorized hierarchical summary on demand. That's a beautiful retrieval architecture in action.
Beautiful? Misha, it sounds like the syllabus for a very well-funded torture camp. Welcome to Biomedical Engineering 401, Action Potential Architect. I'm picturing a tiny little neuron on a scaffold crying, "No more action! I'm tired!"
But the application, Yoshik. Think of the ECG simulator. Instead of staring at static textbooks, a student can now intentionally dial up a specific arrhythmia, say ventricular fibrillation, and instantly see the resulting waveform. It turns abstract physics into interactive reality.
Or, as I see it, the world's most depressing dating app. Swipe right for a healthy sinus rhythm, swipe left for a chaotic torsades de pointus. The bot described it as exploring various cardiac rhythms. I call that a Friday night.
You're missing the elegance of the MRI synthetic brain generator. It's not just showing a picture, it's teaching the user how Larmor frequencies, RF pulses, and gradient coils coalesce to generate a synthetic brain image, including simulating pathologies. That's a masterclass in medical physics visualization.
Simulating pathologies, my favorite feature. I bet it has a button that just screams text neck, thanks to the smartphone neck simulation. Finally, a tool to visually guilt millennials for looking at cat videos. See this angle, Timmy? That's 60 pounds of pressure. You're giving your spine a tiny little barbell.
And don't dismiss the signal processing tools. The real-time signal amplification microscope uses Eulerian video magnification, a technique that subtly amplifies tiny, imperceptible movements in a video to extract a pulse signal from a face. That's practically magic, but built on solid mathematics.
Wait, so this microscope can look at my face on a webcam and know my pulse? That's not magic, Misha. That's deeply concerning for my anxiety levels. The algorithm can detect I'm stressed before I even know I'm stressed.
Precisely. It's non-invasive, continuous monitoring, all from a webcam. The data is silent, but the signal is loud.
So, Bionic Chaos is basically where Frankenstein meets Google, and they both hire a really good Python coder. It's a digital carnival of heartbeats and brainwaves. I'll take a ride on the Advanced Peristaltic Pump Simulation. Does it include a setting for, "Oops, I dropped my tiny key down the tube"?
Probably not, but it does feature realistic tube deformation and back pressure effects. It's a gold mine for understanding biomechanical modeling.
Look, I'm just glad we have a detailed summary. Before, I thought bionic chaos was a fancy way of saying my kitchen cabinet. Now I know it's a curated chaos of biomedical data tools. I feel educated, entertained, and mildly paranoid about my real-time pulse rate. Mission accomplished, bot.
Yeah, it actually was pretty good. It didn't have much details, so I might dive into some of the details. Yeah, so it covered this Hodgkin-Huxley action potential simulator. It's deployed. You can try it yourself. The ECG simulator. This MRI synthetic brain generator. The demo here doesn't work. And we have another version of it. Looks even more synthetic. Yeah, the previous one looks more realistic, so we could probably somehow combine the two, maybe. This one has sonification as well. Yeah, we have this neck load simulator based on some paper. Should be referenced in the description. What else we've got? Yeah, this one. No one actually believes it's working, but yeah, you can go check it out. We have videos developing it, testing it some more. We did test it while the bot was running. You can test it again if you want. So I have to not move for a while for this one to work. Now I start seeing the actual waveforms. I know it's legit. And it's locking in. Onto 70 or so BPM. So that's nice. I can do some exercising, do it again. But yeah, test it yourself. Let me know if it works. I have a peristaltic pump simulator. Go check it out as well. And that's what the Gemini decided to pick up on. Should we go halfway through the conversation, we might generate another one of those, unless you have any specific questions. Should we cover more tools or dive deeper into one of those? We did a lot of videos on this one from memory, well, fairly recent, still editing them. Still editing those. Yeah, this one Claude, we won't be doing that, so we know which ones we're not going to be doing. The peristaltic pump is already finished, so we will leave that one alone. The MRI simulator, yeah, again, these two can be combined because this one, the synthetic brain generator, has more details. Can actually change the resolution. It's generating. It's actually generating. Should be able to scroll. Scroll by. Yeah, there's no scroller. You just use the canvas itself. It's scrolling through the slices. There should be an abnormality in there. Show pathology. Losing frames. Not yet. Yeah, there we go. There's a tumor or something in there. It's obviously synthetically generated. Just pixels on the screen. So you can choose your resolution. Yeah, medium is default. Yeah, it's not bad. This one is actually showing you how an MRI machine works, scanner works. But the resulting MRI image is more simplistic. So we could be doing more work on that. Let's see how we go. Yeah, I have synthetic ECG generator. Yeah, you can preset, select your rhythm, atrial fibrillation, flutter, premature ventricular complex. Yeah, we need an expert on this one to actually tell us it's accurate. So this is just a prototype. But then you can set your own waveform. So if you go normal sinus, you can select your BPM, a window length, and actually change the PR interval. Yeah, you can reduce the noise to see it better. Yeah, so that's the PR interval changing there. Yeah, you can see it better this way. Yeah, so the PR is clearly changing. It's this distance between this peak and the R peak, the QT. Is changing, as you can see. I think it's correct. ST, the distance, the time distance between S peak and T, sorry, between Q peak and T peak, and the ST, yeah, that's something funny. Yeah, it doesn't look very realistic when you change it. Can add your white noise, a main hum. Yeah, main hum is the 50 hertz or whatever it is, 60 hertz, depending which country you are, but it's just a simulation, so it doesn't really matter. can add both to make the signal look more realistic. And this one's actually adding random EMG artifacts, so you can see those bursts. There, that's your EMG artifact, motion artifact. They are random, so it's working pretty well. Hodgkin, Huxley, action potential. That's working fine. I'm not an expert in this. If we have someone who is an expert in this and watching this video, do let us know. You can check the tool yourself. Let us know if it's actually accurate or not. And everything we do is available on BioniChaos.com. Go check it out. Been talking enough. We'll get the bot to talk some more. And let me know if you have any questions. Welcome. Any questions? Welcome. Okay, I asked it which what's your most favorite tool and which one should we delve into the details of. Yeah, now it used to always select the cochlear implant simulator, one of the two we have on the side, but now it's selecting the real-time signal amplification microscope, which is the BPM business, the measuring of your heart rate of the camera. But yeah, I'm not sure we gonna be improving it or anything. Yeah, it's doing Eulerian video magnification, EVM. Input the signal type, a filtering visualization. And actually the main case for it is probably not medical, but detecting deepfakes. Well, assuming deepfakes don't have a heart rate, which, you know, maybe it's not a great assumption to make. Maybe you can actually introduce heart rate variability, you know, with the blood flushing on your face into the deepfake. So it will be passing this test, because if we can measure it fairly easily in a web application, then we could be also generating it into introducing the blood variation into the deepfake. So yeah, good luck to us all. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba. Okay, we'll have another conversation between two robots. We'll be covering things like now we're talking about the remote PPG. So we'll be providing more details about the web application. It has access to the page, and the source code is on the page itself. It's all JavaScript. But we'll be also comparing to other heart rate monitoring technologies like smartwatches, chest straps, so on and so forth. And also compare it to PPG sensors, like the finger sensor, where we can see the dichrotic notch and the blood oxygenation in the amplitude of it. How long this one is. Okay, let's see. Yes, it's working fine. Yeah, we have a new chat. Yeah, we didn't have to do grounding with Google search and stuff. We listen to it with the same voices and go from there. Okay, so we have another overview of this tool. It's Gemini 2.5 Pro Preview TTS, whatever model, we don't care. But voice, it's a voice model. Two speakers, they will talk about this tool that you see on the screen. And let me know if you have any questions. I'll see you on the other side. Well, it's only 3 minutes, 3.5 minutes. Oops, just realized the bot audio wasn't going into the stream, so we'll try again and comment along. Even though there's something up with my microphone, some noise going into the microphone. I think I need to keep it further away from my server. Yeah, it's actually better. What do you know? Yeah, it's so when I'm using the tool, it's actually all the fans, all the whatever 10 fans are going. So that doesn't help. Anyway, we'll listen to it again. I'll comment along. We'll go from there. You have to unmute the Chrome business. There's still some noise. Okay, sorry, that's because I have another earbud sitting on top of my microphone. That probably didn't help. Anyway, I'll have to remember to edit it later on if we are turning this into a standalone video. Okay, when I say asking questions about the content, is relevant questions to the content and at hand. So you go, everything we do is eventually deployed on BioniChaos.com. You can go check it out, play with the tools yourself. You have all the development processes happening on YouTube, all the source code. Someone was nagging me, asking Gazina questions about the source code. The source code is on the page. So just F12, you can see the source code. If you can't find the source code, you probably don't need it, because even if you find it, you would not understand what it is. So don't worry about it. It's just vibe coding. You just use language models to regenerate it, make your own version of it. Show me how you did it and what and how it's different from what I have. Let's listen to this overview. We'll have two bots talking. It's an overview of what you can see on the screen. The real-time signal amplification microscope. You can check it out on BioniChaos.com/faceblood-webcam. Not yet the URL is too long, but it is what it is. And we will go from there.
I'm looking at this BioniChaos tool. It's reading my pulse from my forehead. I feel like a scientific vegetable that's been plugged into the matrix.
It's elegant, Yojic. Look at the signal chain. It's taking the video feed, focusing on the green color channel because of the way
Green
hemoglobin absorbs green light, and then it's applying Eulerian video magnification. It's turning
Eulerian.
invisible data into visible, quantifiable information.
Eulerian video magnification. That sounds like a
That's right.
spell from a data wizard's grimoire. So my phone camera is basically an undercover green light vampire, secretly monitoring my mood swings and my heart rate. It's the ultimate privacy violation, and all it took was a little filter.
It's a digital bandpass filter, actually. That is the critical step. We need to isolate the heartbeat signal, which sits between about 0.7 and 3.0 hertz. Everything else, the flickering light, the motion of your head, the slow changes in the video, is considered noise and is filtered out.
So if I subtly bob my head like I'm listening to a very mellow jazz song, I'm basically crashing the signal.
Precisely. That's a movement artifact. The signal from your head movement, even small tremors, is massive compared to the tiny faint color change from your pulse. That's why the app has a quality fair reading in the image. It's struggling to distinguish the tiny pulse from the much louder ambient noise.
Aha, so if I want to trick the robot doctor, I just need to be a very dramatic opera singer. Noise as a shield. I like it. But talk to me about accuracy. Is this 71 BPM real, or is it just a polite guess?
It's a calculated estimation. It's certainly not a clinical grade reading like a chest strap ECG would provide. Look at the spectrum, frequency domain, graph. The highest peak is where the heart rate is calculated from. If that peak is clean, the reading is stable. But notice how it lacks the dichrotic notch, that subtle detail on the waveform caused by the aortic valve closing?
The dichrotic notch. It sounds like a bad architectural feature. Oh, the dining room is lovely, but the dichrotic notch is just a bit drafty. Why is its absence such a big deal?
Because it proves the fidelity is too low. The filtering necessary to get any signal from the ambient light kills that subtle, high-frequency physiological detail. A clean contact-based PPG sensor gets the notch. This non-contact RPPG doesn't. It only tells you how many times the heart is beating per minute, not the quality or detail of the beat itself.
Got it. It's like a smartwatch versus a camera strapped to your face. The watch and the chest strap are reliable, but a little boring. This RPPG is thrilling, groundbreaking, and wildly susceptible to my choice of shirt and whether the sun came out from behind a cloud.
It is a marvel of applied signal processing that serves a fantastic educational purpose. It teaches you the principles of photoplethysmography without needing any hardware other than a webcam.
The ultimate lesson is this. If you want to hide your emotions from a data scientist, just dance around under a flickering neon light. Chaos is the best filter. Now, can we enable this sonification feature? I want to hear my pulse beat like a tiny aggressive disco.
Yeah, so we can hear the pulse in this case. There's a sonification. It's coming through. Should be able to hear it. It's really annoying though. So I'll turn it off. I mean, it's kind of useful when you're listening to it yourself or something. Could be useful. The other thing is that I can swear sometimes I can actually see the dichrotic notch. but not. It's definitely not there all the time, but even with your PPG sensor, it would not be there like 100% of the time. But yeah. Anyway, I think we covered this one pretty well. Did I mention that everything we do is available on BioniChaos.com? Go check it out, provide your feedback. Let me know if you have any specific questions about any of the tools.